I started up a corporation from a conversation. I started up new way of thinking for a generation. I started up straight from the bottom, going straight to the top. Went from the block, got in the building, brought it back to the block. Organizing all of my hustlers, no more running from cops. We just cleaning this trap money, can you like it or not? I started
What up? Welcome to another episode of Union Society, You and I on Society. I'm your host, Montana Black, and of course, as always, we got Hot Roz in the building.
Hey, y'all.
Y'all already know. Lashia with the deal. We got Lashia in the building.
What's up, y'all?
Our financial guru. You know what I'm saying? And we got Q Mo, Fresh Flow.
Yeah,
you know
what's
what I'm
happening?
saying? And the homie J Bay, J Bizzle, my nizzle.
Yeah.
Jada Rock is on his way. He should be here shortly. But until then, how was y'all weekend? What happened this weekend? What was good?
Well, I guess the highlight of the weekend would be Sunday dinner.
Sunday dinner? Did you cook?
Yes, of course. Fried chicken, cabbage this time, candy yams, and
Roz be
cornbread.
throwing the fuck down.
Heck yeah.
She throws it down.
Co-sign that.
Hulk
Co-sign
Hogan.
that for real.
Check.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How was your weekend, Lashia?
It was great. I worked overnight and had the pleasure of working an extra hour because the clocks went back.
I completely forgot that the clocks went back
Yeah.
over the week on the 7th. The
Yep,
clocks went
7th.
back on the 7th. That was a whole extra hour. What about you, Q? How was your weekend?
Oh man, I was just working on my projects, man, trying to knock them out for November.
So you're about to release something?
Yeah,
You got something the Hood superhero that's done, or
It's just about done. We're
It's
like
just-
finishing.
you putting the
finishing
titties on it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Word.
Babe, what was you cooling out this weekend? What was you doing?
Man, this weekend was a good weekend, man. You know, I was supposed to go to the fight. I didn't go. Shout out to Canelo for unifying the belts, all of them. And in addition, I didn't go to the Eagles game, but they won.
You didn't go.
I did not go. I
mean
was
they
supposed
won?
to go. No, they lost.
Yeah.
They lost.
Yeah.
Wait, my prediction from last week was right. I told y'all
Yeah,
they ain't
you
got.
said they're not gonna win
with
again until
another
they play
game,
New
So
York.
they play New York. That's it.
They lost
Dictionary.
And they might lose that.
They lost by
Speaking
3
it into
points.
by 3
existence.
points, 27-24.
I mean, they a whole team. I think their will should be stronger
defense
than his
didn't
words.
show up. That's all. They gotta have defense. And
That's in my
offense.
opinion.
I agree with you.
Special
Yeah.
team all got to show up the same day. One don't show up, they're gonna lose.
I mean, it's the Eagles, so
At least the Cowboys.
Yeah,
won.
They got a
That's all
young.
that
They just
matters.
got a young
They
squad.
get your
this
hopes
year,
up high.
man.
That's about what they
As long as
do.
do.
as long as the Cowboys lost, that's all we care about. So
what is going on with Summer Walker? Like, she's making some headlines right now about her deal, but from what I'm hearing, it was actually an okay situation. But
Yeah.
maybe she feels some type of way about it.
I think what people saw.
But
was
what is it though? What's wrong with the deal?
$85,000 for her masters, 15 cents on the dollar for her sales. People saw those numbers and automatically thought that.
Don't forget 15% of all her non-musical sales.
Right.
So she's in
She's
the
a-
She's at a
360.
360. She's got a 360
She's got a
though.
When people
360.
saw those numbers, don't understand that whole concept of the entertainment community and thought, oh my gosh, you got a bad deal.
Well,
this, that, and the other.
that's
But
'cause
It's
they
not a
don't know
great
what-
deal.
They don't
not-
know what their
it's- they
favorite
probably-
rappers
it's
got.
probably
That's
It's a
why.
standard deal. It seems
it's
pretty
standard.
standard.
No, I think that she got a fair
For a
shake.
new-
And for
yeah, for a
new
new
artists.
artist, that's-
I mean, I know this is her second album, and then Summer Walker. Let's talk about it. She got some issues. Shorty don't like to perform. She sits on the edge of the edge of the stage and cries and do all that type stuff.
Like literally, like emotionally.
Like literally, she had a cold breakdown with her last album. That's why I didn't do too well.
But don't she also like could make headlines for the reality TV type of thing too? Isn't London on the track? Her baby dad.
Man, yeah,
Is
but you know what that mean. The only person to really break out of reality TV was Cardi, man. And good luck with anybody else trying it.
Listen, I feel as though after a pathway gets used one time, like 50 dominated the mixtape, and after that, like you can make 30 mixtapes, and it's not. I don't think it's going to matter that much.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
When the bar is set, it's a certain higher, so people can't
Right.
meet that. At
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like after an artist takes a certain route to get into the game, like Soulja Boy created all of these MySpace pages. Like you could create as many Facebooks and Instagrams as you like.
That's not gonna guarantee.
It's not going to guarantee like it did for him. You got to be innovative. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You have to do something that hasn't been done
Right.
in order to get to the other side.
or have a sound that is unparalleled.
Right.
And that's what the
Like
number
Pop Smoke. Pop Smoke, his voice was so unique and so different.
especially amongst that age group.
Right.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you saying that, Q, because that was the truest thing I ever heard. Because I ain't gonna say that his voice was unique. The nigga sound like Ja Rule.
No, no.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think?
And he's got
Not
and he-
Ja.
Nah, I don't. Not Ja
he,
Rule,
he's
bro.
got a mixture of
DMX?
he's got.
No.
Well, if you say
He did the
DMX,
growl-
you got
he
to
did
say
the-
Ja
He
Rule.
did the growl like DMX.
Right.
Yeah, it's like a combination.
But what he
of the
did was he took 50s tonations
Yeah.
and used Ja Rule's voice. I'm trying to tell
I
you.
don't feel like he used Ja Rule's voice. Ja Rule's voice wasn't as dark. Ja Rule had a
His voice was
Ja
Pop
Rule
Smoke's
music
voice was
wasn't-
closer to I-20's voice.
Yeah,
I-20
I-20 from
Ludacris
Ludacris and them.
That
Yeah.
sounds.
But see,
about
are they relevant? I mean,
Who?
I don't really, because Ludacris is one of those
The song,
one of those people.
The song
No,
movement
oh,
made him relevant.
Ludacris is one of those people, unlike 50 with his group, and this is what I always say, like 50 did a great job with making sure that all of his people got paid. Also, I give Nelly the same type of credit. He made sure that his people got paid. Now, guys like
You don't think Luda
Jeezy,
did that?
I don't think no.
Yeah, because I see the chick. What was the chick's name?
You're right,
Shauna.
Shauna. Yeah,
I see her on Instagram all the time.
and she was in a movie. She was in one of them B-roll movies, and it come on.
Yeah.
And
But
then,
Rod
and then
Digger
he
did a
had the
B-roll
other
movie
group.
too.
He had the
But
other.
Rodiga got money.
Monies. She got them coins.
He made sure that Rodiga was
Rodriguez
safe.
got movie money. That's a different kind of money too.
Right,
He got a 13
and
Ghost
not
money. Like
Yeah, that 13 Ghost movie was dope.
yeah, not
Speaking of movies, not to cut you off, but The Harder They Fall on Netflix.
dope movie.
I take my hat off and give kudos. You know what I'm saying? I enjoyed the acting. I enjoyed, like, they were saying some fly shit. I dig the script. I dug the narrative. Like, I was digging the movie, man. That's all. I dug that movie. Y'all gotta tap into the Harder They Fall on Netflix.
Definitely tap
Idris
into
Elba. And a whole bunch of new actors too. What was the old head guy's name though? Yeah.
Welcome, Ja, to the show, y'all.
Yo, welcome. Ja the Rock has stepped into the building.
his presence.
He has graced us. How was your weekend, brother?
Got good rest, good work in,
Solid.
super good, man.
Solid. Yeah, but we was discussing the Summer Walker deal, just to bring you up to speed.
True.
Do you feel it was a horrible deal? It was a good deal? How do you feel about the Summer Walker deal? It's making headlines, so we figured we would give it some light.
Yeah, well, like I said, it's about what part of her agenda does the deal play in at this moment? Is this a first or secondary stage of her complete agenda?
We wouldn't know.
Right, and that's to be played out. So
Right.
when people give criticism on certain decisions, that
I
other
think people are
make,
just looking at the numbers and the 85,000 and
people are looking at the ignorance of it because most people don't understand finance. So they get the same contract in front of them in a position of need or desperation or planning. Then what is their decision based upon their circumstance?
And like we
well, it
said,
depends.
people
Like,
don't
you know, Master P
understand it.
got offered millions of dollars and he turned it down. He got offered more than what her deal was and turned it down.
That was a different time, though.
It was also for a different purpose. Remember, Master P was not just an artist. He was also a collegiate athlete. He was a collegiate graduate. He was also a businessman. He was a street hustler. So all of these things culminated into him making the right moves in the industry to get him to where he is.
Yeah, plus his focus was different. He was more looking for a label deal opposed to a record
Right,
deal.
he had insight and connections that was already there where he wanted to be.
Right.
So
Right.
Master P was, of course, a
So he was
different
going to eat
function.
regardless.
He's a different
Yeah,
activity.
he owned a record store. Like
Yeah.
he had
Yeah,
the contact.
He had the machine behind him because he was the machine already.
Right.
See, the industry was just a new enterprise that he entered in order to get
So here's a
where he
question
was.
for you. What do you think the whole thing about labels and the importance of labels dying out now? So like, when did that stop, basically?
When I saw Tower Records on South Street shut
Close,
their doors,
yeah. I was
I
sad.
already knew it was.
I
it
was
a
sad.
wrap,
Yeah.
Labels? Okay.
right? Like
That was major.
The Wall, all of the
Major music.
music
Distributions,
stores
yeah.
started shutting down. Like I saw the turn. Like, but you have to realize, like, there's been a few turns in music from the 8-track to the
Cassette.
12-inch to the cassette to the CD to the MP3. So it makes you wonder what's next, right? It's going to be another evolution
Right.
of music. You know, the sound has changed, the cadences and deliveries, and like I feel like people are tapping into a DNA informational source that is evolving us as people and is taking us forward, not just in technology, but as people, because nobody was launching shots from 100 feet, beyond the 3-point line. You know what I'm saying? Like,
There were very few.
And now I'm seeing
Yeah.
white boys
Yeah.
dunking, doing magnificent dunks. People are tapping into their
You know about white
DNA.
men
Nah,
can't jump,
they
right?
not they not.
As far as we know,
Hold, bro.
White men can't jump.
Oh, bro, they
It's not
not
a
not
point of-
tapping into their DNA. We ain't gonna do that.
They're-
You
they're-
really gonna do that on air?
They're training specifically.
Everybody has
They
DNA.
training specifically.
Yeah.
Not just that.
No, they're intertangling. There's reasons they've been doing this for years. They're genetically modifying themselves. I don't know what. Okay, when I was married, me and my wife, we were in a different tax bracket. A different tax bracket. When we went to Pennsylvania Hospital to have my daughter delivered, they asked us about stem cells. They asked us, you know that you can determine the height of your child. You know you can determine the grade of hair of your child. You know you can determine the eye color of your child. Y'all really want to do this
No,
on
I
air?
mean, if you want to go into that, you can look at the people on the other side of the camera in these movies. A lot of them are doppelgangers, and they're starting to look a lot alike. Look a lot alike. Whatever.
We know what you
Lick a
mean.
lot of posts.
We know what you mean.
Like a like.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you, like, I'm looking at different movies, and I'm like, damn, she's like Angelina Jolie mixed with Julia Roberts. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing a lot of that in
And
movies
you know
right now.
they do that with professional athletes too. There's a lot. Like, come on, we're not gonna do that on here.
When it
Hi,
comes
y'all.
to the majority of that, though, it's just being a product of your environment through a generational span. When you're a child and you a young white boy that's 10 years old, but he's 5'11" and 10 foot. At 10 years old, he's 5'11". He's looking at the rim that's at 10 foot as a possibility because he's seen it all his life in a different aspect versus those of us that grew up 30 years ago looking at the athletes do the same. So Dr. J, then Michael Jordan, then Kobe Bryant. Now we have LeBron James. Those athletes in each era, each generation gave an inspiration of belief to the next coming generation.
And that's what it boils down to.
So yeah, so you become
What
a
do you
product of
believe
that.
you can do?
And
Yeah.
if you keep seeing that repetitively,
Power of
you
the
keep
It's normal.
practicing it.
It's
it
normal.
becomes, It becomes your norm.
It's the
So
norm.
It's the same that
Well,
we're
yeah, if
dealing
it's
with.
repetitive,
And they
if you
definitely,
keep seeing
they
it,
definitely
it becomes a norm.
train.
But-
I'm not saying that.
You talking about
what-
practice?
Practice.
Yeah.
Practice.
That will never die.
I mean, the
practice.
whole.
We're talking about practice.
Word up. I feel you with that. I like the whole Philly Allen Iverson reference, but you know what I'm saying, like it to Ja's point, like if cats are studying the biomechanics of machines and stuff and figuring out how I can make my human body do those kinds of things too, it's just physics, and eventually they're
Yeah, I've
going
seen a
to make
motherfucker
themselves
do a handstand
faster,
on one hand.
stronger, you know what I'm saying?
But those things aren't new things. You feel me? When I was 18 years old in prison, I watched a prison guard, bro, do 2-finger
push-ups.
push-ups in the air. His name was Pierre. At first, like he did 1 thumb body stretch push-ups. We called them Bruce Lee push-ups. Now,
Yeah.
I could do them with my fingers, but I can't do them with my thumb. Still to this day, I was a I was
Well,
18
that's
then.
because you just said you
So
can't.
watch-
You probably
right.
can.
No.
You haven't
No,
conditioned
like I
your
said,
body in
right,
which to do
right.
so.
I know at this moment that I can't do that push-up the way Pierre did it. So, but Pierre was also a martial artist, a fighter, a prison guard, all of that stuff.
Right. Was he in the Navy?
conditioned
Right.
himself.
So at that time, he was doing things that he's seen his predecessors do in order to temper his body. So it's just not technology, because technology still don't temper your body better than calisthenics. See?
Right.
Nothing does that better. So and that's an ancient science. So it's about how we apply ourselves to the environment. And when it comes to technology, the most dangerous aspect about technology to our community is that we don't create it. Therefore, we don't control it. And we're under the guise of its control over us.
Well,
Okay.
Well, they alter it.
said,
They definitely.
It's not Alexa. Okay.
They definitely altered it because,
Altered
like,
it?
yeah, they're doing alterations to their
The
DNA. They're
I
doing
mean-
It's called
But
whereas
that's
I
not.
mean,
That's
I
not.
mean,
Let's
I
not
mean,
get
so-
carried away.
so
read
where
articles-
so
with
whereas
the
though
whole conversation. of DNA,
whereas
bro.
though they could be like, okay, yeah, I'm 7 feet tall. I've been 7 feet tall since I was 13. I've been looking at this rim now for 10 years. I could grab it. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't start out like that, and nor would it be like that if they didn't do any tampering.
It's called grafting.
So like,
Okay.
so I read an article about black women having the Eve gene, be able to produce every type of human being on this earth. So are they taking
Hence
our
why they take your
DNA
placenta.
and doing it like that?
When they,
Henrietta
The
Lacks.
black woman.
thank you again.
Henrietta
She just-
Lacks.
I-
That's
read an
my
article
guy,
about that,
Black.
yeah.
That's my guy. That's why me and him friends.
they just-
We don't. I don't always like this motherfucker, but I love him.
What do you mean?
Articles,
That's
they just recognized
no
her and
knowledge.
her family for all her using her body for all the science. they
yeah.
made. They
Like
gave-
let's not.
recently. They just
We.
gave
That's
one
why I
of-
didn't want to go too far
yeah.
I
into
know,
it because it's
right? But that's why I was asking you: is we really doing this on air?
We don't need
but it's
to.
a-
Like,
You
when
did it.
When you know, you know.
It is, but it is important. We do need
When you
that.
know, you know.
Because when you drop Henrietta Lack's name, those that don't know,
Right.
Look it
Go
up.
look-
now have
go
a
look her
reference. No,
up.
you
Yeah.
you just gave them a reference.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, they intricately, intentionally, deceptively extract the counterpart. See, when they say the Eve,
Listen.
there was an ATOM that began
Right.
Adam.
lifestyle. So
And
when you-
Eve
when-
is short
when-
for evolution.
Right, and when you look
the
at a child,
atom.
you know, we don't take
Like-
the blood of the mother to find out who the child is.
Right.
Take the blood of
See,
the
blood
father.
of the father. The child carries the father's bloodline because the life begins with the father.
Right.
See, so we get
Say it
they try to
again, John.
misconstrue it and try to impose a deceptive Willie Lynch philosophy to our understanding of who we are.
And on
That
that
note,
note,
right?
Kanye was
Right.
on Drink Champs.
Yes, he
sir.
was. Give it up for Kanye.
I think this was like
Give it up
one of
for
the most
Ye.
epic-
Don't be
epic-
politically
Yeah,
correct.
right.
Don't disrespect
Yeah.
him.
Yay.
I think this was one of the most epic episodes on Drink Champs with Ye
genius.
on there. You know what I'm saying? Like, as Q would say, he's a polarizing figure. And
I would say something. I
He
have
would-
said something like that.
you know what I'm saying,
And
I've
crazy.
always
And insane.
I didn't. say
I don't think
And
he's
off the
insane.
hook.
Yo, so
No, no.
so
He is
shout
off
out,
the hook,
shout
but I
out.
didn't say he's insane.
I'm just saying
If
for
people-
over the last past,
He's kept the cameras on him.
let's say let's
Yeah.
say the Q know
He has
personally
strategically kept
for like
the
the
cameras
last 6
on
or 7
him.
years,
Even without
how
an
I've
album
been on
out.
a tangent of his genius.
Just
However,
like we had an ex guest here. Shout out to my man Judah Priest.
Sure
You know,
did.
he went and talked crap, and I know you got a show coming up with him
I'm
soon,
really-
right?
Right
Party.
on
The 10th,
this
Wednesday the 10th.
Wednesday. This Wednesday, I'm going to be performing at the Fire, 412 Girard Avenue, with the homie Judah Priest, Buddha Bless. I think
That's
my
my
man
guy,
All
Buddha.
Perp going to be there. A lot of people going to slide through. If you can pull up, pop out, it's going to be. Listen, I'm putting together a spectacular performance for y'all. Make sure y'all slide out and make sure you go download The Impossible Dream, streaming now on all streaming platforms.
Make sure you check out Welcome to Philadelphia
Check
on
out
YouTube.
Welcome to Philadelphia right now on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? As my man DJ Freak Nasty said, the city need that. You know what I'm saying? So check that out. Also, my man Q is finishing up his project. ghetto superhero.
Hood superhero.
Same thing. Yeah, hood superhero.
There's gotta be a reason why they're different words, right?
Yeah, facts. Hood superhero.
From what?
You know what I'm saying?
From hood and ghetto.
Well,
We can go in there. I don't
remember,
know.
both.
We're not going to do
both
this.
of them are
We're not
using-
doing this. We're not doing this.
Cut it out.
You had to
Both
start
of
the
them are
bullshit.
euphemisms. You started it.
Captain
You
Slaughter.
said hood and ghetto.
No, Sergeant Slaughter.
Shade, no, you
Sergeant
promoted.
Slaughter.
You promoted.
Remember
Go
hood,
ahead.
ghetto, and
Commander.
street. Now.
Yeah, we
Commander
did
Slaughter.
that. We did that already. But yeah, Ye was on Drink Champs, and
And I just wanted to say, man, that man, like I said it when a while back, man. That man is a genius.
I feel as though everybody has a level of genius.
Yes. I agree
Everybody.
with that.
Ye portrays his genius and puts it in your face, and you know what I'm saying, and just
Like it or not.
like it or
Right,
not. You
Basically.
know what I'm saying?
What you gonna do about it?
That's who I think I am. I'm God.
What you gonna do about it?
Yeah, just think though. How can you be who you are if you're worried about other people worrying about who you are?
But
the
Ye
problem.
don't.
Right.
That's
don't.
that's the problem with music today.
They
though.
do not worry about
That's
what
how-
people
that's
think
how
of
you
him.
Tap into your genius.
Oh yeah, so you agree Ye is a genius?
Oh no. I am the profound advocate.
That Ye
Everybody
is a
else
genius.
is Johnny come lately to the party. I'm the lead singer of the concert when it comes to that. And I'm proving it because
So Ye is a genius.
when I voted for him last year, a whole lot more of us going to vote for him in 2024. See, I said this already though, right, Q?
He did.
I told
Yeah.
you
He
how it
did.
was going to go down, right, Q? I actually predicted all of this stuff. You know
Man.
why? Because I seen it. I speak the same language.
Listen,
Nah,
and
I
this
ain't
is this
vote
is
for
why
it,
we
but-
are of the same club, and I'm gonna tell you why.
I did.
In
And put it on
2017,
Instagram.
I was working on a project called The Pandemic, the Black Plague. On this project, my songs were called Face Mask, Quarantine, Contagion. I would listen. It's on social media in 2017. I already knew this was coming. You know what I'm saying? And this shit hit in 2020. Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, you can literally see it though.
Where's
Like
the album at again?
I didn't release it.
Oh.
But I'm on My Wave was supposed to be on that album. The I'm on My Wave record because there has been a wave of viruses. You know what I'm saying? But I seen it happening.
Okay.
And it's as crazy as it sounds. I should have released that record, and they were like, "This nigga is Nigga-damus." You know what I'm saying? But I never released the project.
Yo, it's funny
Negro
because
Damas, okay.
I purposely put, social media is just electronic evidence.
Yeah, but I
So,
did put it on social
yeah,
media.
Yeah, I purposely put my vote
And I
last
had the
year
Witch Doctor
on there
mask.
after
I had the Witch
advocating
Doctor
for
mask as the
everyone.
logo for the album, bro.
And I ask people again right now, like I was arguing with black people then, why would you vote for, if you don't vote for Trump, I understand that 100%. But if you vote for Biden over your brother, that was ignorant of
Yeah,
us
you
as a
don't
people.
vote for people because of the color of their skin, though.
Hey, guess what we did? Guess what we
That's what we did,
No,
but that's
no.
not-
Voting in America has always been about that.
We
Yeah,
did that.
yeah,
We
but
did
that's
that.
just
in-
fucked
A lot of them.
If you don't
Yeah,
believe
'cause
in the
if that was
guy's
the case,
political
Shirley
views,
Shirley Chisholm should have been the president.
How is it dumb? How is
Shirley
it dumb?
Chisholm should have been the president.
A lot of people
if that
did
wasn't
not
the
vote
case.
for
If that was the
Obama
case,
because he was black.
Shirley
Yes.
Chisholm
Just
should have been the president.
100%.
yeah, a few
O-
times.
overrated.
Well, do you agree with her political views? If you agree with her,
I see. This is the thing. When people vote, your political views will change due to your state at the time when it's time to vote.
Right.
And when it was time to vote, my political views did not side with Biden. They did not side with Kanye at the time. I just didn't vote. I don't think it mean nothing, no way, because all the motherfuckers related.
Listen. I feel the exact same way. I feel like presidents are primed for
Yeah,
their position,
for their positions,
but that's just me.
and they
Y'all make
related.
sure y'all go and vote.
Right. Make sure you vote.
I was about to say, let me rebut shortly. Voting is seriously important in this activity of our society, which is called a democracy. It's extremely important because the numbers matter, and the numbers justify the legal activity in our society. So
You
we
think
don't-
they go by them numbers, John?
No.
Yes.
No. We
You think they do?
No,
You think they do?
No, listen
not a
carefully.
think,
Listen
it's a
carefully. Listen
fact.
carefully.
No, it's not.
It's a,
It
no,
is.
it's
Okay.
a fact.
I'll explain it once he's
The
finished.
numbers
I
are
will
used to
too.
justify what has been happening and what is going to happen. The only problem with us is that we play a part that's unaccountable and irresponsible to the numbers, so we don't count our numbers or unify our numbers so that we can function under the number. We give them the
exactly
number.
what you're
We
saying.
give them
And
the
also
number and
we-
let
I
them
understand
function
exactly what you're saying,
with
but
our number without counting
in this country,
country
that is not built for us, right? Everything was made for a specific group.
Well,
of
we
people.
made it.
Yeah, we were the laborers.
Yeah, no, we made it. So in reality,
so what though?
No, in
who cares? Who cares who made it? If you're not benefiting from what you made.
In the movie Departed, is it open up? Jack Nicholson
that's not.
says,
I don't want to talk about the movie,
no,
bro.
let
I
me
want to talk
explain-
about the
let me
real
explain-
shit.
let me explain
We
something.
just talking about a
Hold
movie
on,
10
right, let
minutes
me
ago.
explain
I was. I was
something.
saying I
Let
liked
me
it. I
ex-
wasn't using it as a
Hold
reference
on,
for
hold
reality.
on. But I'm gonna show you a reference to
I
reality.
wasn't. Right. I'm not using a movie for a
Just,
reference to
just
reality.
listen to the statement. Just listen to the statement. The statement is that when the movie opened up, he started explaining how every demographic that came to America as an immigrant suffered to get to where they are as a platform in America.
Mm-hmm.
But then he made a statement at the end of it. He said, one thing that I hate about the niggas, they're the only ones in America that has never fought and take what there's rightfully theirs.
And they ain't.
Hold on, that's my point. So whenever we talk about when voting matters, niggas need to get up and be together and take what's rightfully theirs and stop playing
Bro,
like
every
everybody
nigga
else.
in
Yeah,
the
but going to
fucking-
the poll ain't doing nothing.
That ain't gonna do it.
It means nothing.
That ain't gonna do it.
How has the
You know
Italian,
the-
the
hold on,
Irish,
hold on.
the German done?
They didn't do it at the poll. They
Yes,
did it with a.
did.
They
Yes,
did it with a
did.
gun.
No,
Yeah.
They did it with a gun.
Hold on. What it
Y'all
means by
vote for the
taking?
right one
can't-
either. Y'all can't vote for
Here's the
ones
thing.
that don't affect us like that. The local election affect you more directly.
That's
Right.
number
And
one.
it's
That-
just
That's
like-
number one.
I agree with that,
That's
but as
number
far as
one.
That's how
other
you control
demographics,
your numbers.
Yes.
If you don't
That's
have
number
take
two.
value,
Come
no, that's
out.
number one. Take
Republicans
value
come
No,
out
to
what
to
your
she
vote.
says.
We used to
number
be
one, what I'm
Republicans.
saying is
No,
number
no,
two.
no.
I
Take
know that,
value
but
to
it
your
took the
vote.
script.
Then vote
So
for
they
your vote.
both
Okay.
armed
'Cause
on the
that's
same
even an
body.
organized
But-
vote.
but I'm
Whether
saying-
Republican or
Hold on,
Democrat, they
right,
both
right.
armed on the same body.
Either
No, no,
way
no.
you slice
What
it,
about the
numbers
birthday
are
party?
always Republicans
The what?
come out
The
on
birthday party.
The birthday party.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go-
I ain't never have a
Go
birthday
look up
party.
contract with Black America.
Stop.
Go look up contract with Black America. Birthday party, the word birthday consists of two words, birth and day. Your beginning and the presence. So you have a new beginning under a new party that's not Democrat nor Republican, which Martin Luther King told us, however, that we are neither.
My question is this: like, even if this is how I know voting. They've been abolished with the voting. Like your actual independent vote really matters. They've been abolished with that because there was a point in time where we had to vote in the police. We had to vote in the police. We had to vote in your judges, your all that. We do that now. But hold, wait. But your legislators, where these people come from?
They're on
Nobody
your
knew.
local election
If you wasn't,
ballot.
if you wasn't,
You have to look
if-
at both front and back to see that.
if you wasn't, no, not that part. This part, you didn't even know who Obama was till he ran for president.
Right.
Right.
Let's talk about
No,
it.
some of it's
Nobody-
Chicago.
Most
He was a
people only
senator.
voted.
Like,
yes,
If you weren't in his Senate, but prior to that, you only voted if you voted for him. 9 times out of 10, you only voted for him because he was black. You didn't really know his political views.
You
That's
have
the point
to-
that I
you
was
have to-
making.
You have to
Right.
look it up. You have to do the research. Nobody does that.
You also
anymore.
have to.
You
You
don't
also
get
have
the
to.
If he
take into-
campaigned, I shouldn't have to look up nothing. He's supposed to promote it.
Wait, hold on.
No, but that's not
You
being
also-
accountable or responsible
You
to
also
being
have to-
politically educated. See, we're so
Right.
politically
I'm not-
ignorant.
I'm not-
that we function.
I'm not interested in being part of
But
this.
here's the thing: in
But you
these
can't.
politics.
You can't exist. That's
Excuse
our
me,
problem.
in 2021, people are a lot more politically sophisticated than they were back in 2012 and 2016.
Maybe, but they're still economically ignorant.
That is part of the problem, and
It's too
that's
many.
part of the
like
problem.
you spoke about
but
the dichotomy, right? It's too many layers that we are unaware of. That's not within our realm of awareness. Because if we get the political part, we don't got the economic part. We get the economic part, we don't got the agricultural part. We get the agricultural part. There's too many fucking moving parts.
No, we
Bro,
got all
but
of that. We only
we-
missing one. That's a collective, a unity.
And
we got
that-
all of that. We got more money, bro, than every country on the planet other
Right,
than
and we spend it
countries.
with every other nationality
listen,
except for
bro.
our own.
We have
Come on, man.
we have a $1.9 trillion dollar
Yeah.
buying
base.
habit.
Yeah, and
Buying
what does it
habit.
matter?
It's like
Please
some
tell me.
junkie.
We the most
What I'm saying is
disenfranchised
we have
what
to
I'm saying
vote
is
with
this.
our dollars,
Until
and we have to
find
stand firm
value
with
in
our.
ourselves, until you look at me and I look at you and we look at that man down the street that looks like us as us, we ain't gonna change none of this chaotic hell we live in that's under the oppressor's
Everything
plan.
that everybody's
See,
saying,
I'm
everything
a-
that everybody is saying has to be done simultaneously for us to
Right.
affect change.
Right.
It can't be just the guns.
But
It
we
can't
are
just be that. Can't just be voting.
We
It
are
has to
too
be all done.
disenfranchised. Wait,
Thank
too
you.
disenfranchised
Thank you.
to even pull this off.
Then we have
Because
to.
it's too
we
many
have to
people that's
enfranchise
just like,
I'm,
for
ourselves.
themselves.
I'm a separatist.
Then we have to enfranchise ourselves.
I'm not even there with them.
Right. See, this is my point. A man asked us at one time, separate or die.
Right.
Now the reality is this, and I explained it to black people. When you are married to someone and you go through a probable divorce,
Right.
you get separated, but you got children that are small children. Now, in heart and mind and action, you're separated. You live in separate rooms in this big house. However, you still function, still maintain the mortgage, still pay the taxes, still keep the utilities and the
Bubblegum
food
Girl
on,
said,
and the traction there.
You
the transportation
all
there.
really think voting is a fake conspiracy and our votes have zero effect?
No, we
Jai is
don't.
right. Unity is key.
Yes.
Power in numbers.
It's the first move to any action
we don't
against
have
the
numbers.
resistance. It's the,
we don't
do
have
got
numbers because we don't have unity.
To get unity, right?
Listen,
we do
got
have
We
numbers.
got numbers. We're
But
a
that's what
big slapping
they mean
hand
nothing.
that's never been a fist.
Without the unity, you're correct.
Yeah, that means nothing.
So
That's
just-
my point. The first
just-
thing we got to
just-
do is
but-
what?
but-
Unify.
but you have-
about marriage. Okay, can you finish your point?
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
no.
Finish.
Go ahead, Roz.
No, I was going to go to your question of the day.
Oh, the societal question of the day.
Yes.
And this kind of ties into the whole unity
Right.
issue, which is if you're married and you support your spouse through all the downs and reach a breaking point and divorce, should the spouse pay you back when he or she comes up at
Your
some
lip
point?
stutter?
Say what?
Your lip stutter? You know,
Anyway, so the question of the
Captain
day
Slaughter.
sorry.
is there a moral obligation after a divorce and say you hit a lick, you come up a couple $1 million and your spouse has been taking
Life-changing.
care of you, is there a moral obligation to repay?
I think that when it came to this question, it was sparked by the movie Acrimony. We've been talking about movies all night. So
Right.
The movie Acrimony had Taraji P. Henson in it.
my
my girl.
girlfriend.
That's my girl.
Hey, you know
And,
what? You want to meet her?
She and it was very that movie was very intense.
To say the least.
And I feel like, it's a picture out there where it has somebody digging, and it's like that little
The
piece,
diamond.
and it's the diamond is right there on the opposite side of that piece, but that person walks away.
You think that's what happened in the movie?
Did she walk away at the wrong time?
Yeah.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
She played herself. I'm going to say it like
Listen,
I'm
you
call
gotta
a
stay
spade
down
a
till you
spade.
come up.
But she
Say it
she-
again,
she
Black.
had a right
One
to
more
be
time,
You
Black.
gotta stay down till you come up.
But
What,
she
thank
had
you.
a right to be upset with his tactics at
She-
that time.
she did
because-
not.
Wait,
She
hold
did
on,
not.
hold on. They had a big shipment was for a major client. He took that shipment elsewhere and
Because
lost
his
that.
opportunity was right
Right
there.
there.
I
though.
understand that.
That would have took care of all of that. And
Wait,
it did.
hold on. He didn't at that time, which is why she
Yeah, he
left
didn't.
him. Remember,
Mm-hmm.
and he lost the shipment. So not only did he blow the opportunity, he also blew the money.
It was temporary.
I'm a firm
not
believer.
to, not to her because she
But when he
down
did-
all that
Key.
time.
But
She left
wait a
him
minute,
because-
y'all. When
And they
he
lost all
Go
that
ahead,
money.
LaShawn.
when he did come up, he did offer her a check.
He
did
broke her
And it was
off.
like
He broke
10
everybody
million.
off.
It was like
Yeah.
$10 million.
And he bought our
Yeah,
house
he
back.
did that.
And he
brought
bought
Put
her
the
our
house
house
back.
back.
He
Her
fixed the
house
business.
back.
So
He
his
didn't have to, but he did.
nobody was looking at it from his perspective. He had a multi-million
$1
dollar
million.
idea,
Right.
and he knew that.
They
right?
should have took the money from the business and
Invested
invested it in
in
him. That's what they should have
That's
did.
what they. But this is
They
the
didn't see-
problem.
they didn't see
Hold
that
on.
vision.
Hold
That's
on.
the
Watch
problem.
this. Watch this. This is the problem with
true,
niggas.
That's the problem.
This is the problem with niggas.
That's why they vote don't
You know what
matter.
I'm saying? This is the problem with niggas, right? The problem with niggas is they will see the motherfucking breadwinner. They will see the person with the fucking the idea. But most people think that money is worth more than the idea.
idea.
You can have a shitload of money, but you don't have the idea on how to grow the fucking money. Right? So then you got somebody that don't have a lot of money, but they have a multi-million idea. what is worth more?
I don't think it was just her having those feelings. I think also her family got into her ear as well.
But
Those are feelings.
And the thing is, if her
Die is quiet for a
if her
reason.
love was strong enough for her husband, if they were truly a union, and when
Say it again.
Say it
Truly
again,
a what?
Lachelle.
A what?
Let's go,
What they gotta
Lachelle.
mean?
Let's go, Lachelle. Let's go.
Truly
I was
a what?
about to bust that. That's what it was. Coming back.
Say it again.
with her.
if there was truly a union and they became one when they got married, she should have stuck by her man through everything because, like you know, we've been
Listen,
saying,
bitch,
you
if
gotta
we in
go
that
through the
cardboard
dams
box,
to come
stay
up.
down till we come
and
up.
the marriage vows are very, it's like, you know, through death do us part, sickness and health, you know, and
You know what the problem was?
and sometimes sickness and health that could be sick financially,
Yeah.
No, that's why you got
healthy
rich or poor.
financially,
Rich or poor,
you know,
See?
yeah.
See,
So
but see, I'm a big,
of a rich or poor.
I'm a big believer in energy. You know why he didn't get that money? Because she wasn't the right one there.
No.
Women
will block your blessing.
Women will block your blessing. See, especially a woman who doesn't know her position or what her job is. You know what I'm saying? Your job is not to take care of your man. Your job is not to take care of your man. Your job is not to be taken care of by your man. Your job is to motivate that man. Can you imagine when Barack Obama went to Michelle Obama, Michael, and said,
why you
gonna
calling
be-
Michael Obama?
because I know some things.
He's so
I got
ignorant.
Right.
Yeah.
So when he went to Michelle Obama,
Ignorant.
and he said,
Don't
"I'm going to
disrespect.
be the president of the United States," that woman looked at him and said, "Yes, you
Hey,
are,
babe,
baby."
Babe, we gotta play this. Y'all gotta hear this, right? Listen to what this woman
My
said.
Facebook friend, she
Oh, that's
said,
why I put you
"Don't
down,
disrespect
lovely
anyone, but I
Dorsey.
wasn't
Shout out to
raised
Listen
her.
what she said.
to be
Listen.
struggling. It's supposed to become easier, not harder. I can struggle by myself.
This is the mindset of a lot of women. I can do bad by
She ain't the
myself.
only one.
This
It's
is
a
their
whole bunch of
mindset.
y'all that make posts proposing the question of
You
why
believe in that?
struggle
Is
with
that
the man.
your
Let her
Why
talk.
struggle
I didn't
with
hear
the
what she
relationship?
Let her
said.
talk.
It's supposed to get easier if there's two and not just one, right? Everybody understand the question that I am going to give the answer to. Everybody understand? I'm gonna even see if y'all understand before I even say the shit, because it's gonna bother a lot of y'all. Okay. To answer y'all question, for those of y'all that, like my Facebook friend, you feel like, how the fuck I'm gonna be struggling if a nigga here? How the fuck I'm gonna do bad? Cause I could do bad all by myself with a nigga, right? And there's some dudes that feel the same way. What's the point of having a bitch if, you know, we finna be struggling? Like, what's the point of two of us if, you know, the shit still ain't gonna be right? I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I hate to be the bitch that break the bullshit that your mama told you that you don't really know is bullshit. So my Facebook friend that typed that, I hate to be the one to tell you that your mama didn't bring the shit full circle, but she didn't bring the shit full circle. You can add an additional person to your situation. You could be single and still get a man and still struggle if you don't understand teamwork. If you don't understand money management, if you don't understand communication, if you don't understand how to coexist with another person and be fruitful, you will fucking struggle with a man. That is the why. Because you don't know how to do it as a team. You don't know how to be a wife or a girlfriend in a relationship where things are positive and productive. That's the answer to your question. You don't know how to pick a dude that actually got the right basics and shit together for y'all to be in a space where it's gonna work better with two than one. A lot of y'all, the reason why it's so much easier to just do well by yourself is because you don't do well on a team. You don't understand teamwork. You don't know how to be submissive. You don't know how to operate from a space of compromise and multiple perspectives. Like, you don't know that. That's the answer to your question. Just making it seem like y'all got some shit.
I mean, in
So
all fairness,
it's very important to cite the source real quick. That was at love_Dorsey.
that wasn't important. Not on air.
I
That shit come on air.
but
That
if you
wasn't
gonna play her
important.
clip, you gotta
We could have.
you gotta cite the source.
That's public information. It's on Instagram. It's on Instagram. This is the thing. One thing I'm gonna give. I've been following her for some time now, and you can tell that she studied under the sister Dr. Shahzad Ali, Shahrazad Ali. You can tell that whoever raised her right, and she is similar to the way that I'm raising my daughters.
I actually sent that to my daughter.
Yeah, she's very similar the way I'm raising my daughters. One thing, with that being her husband in that movie Acrimony, she was out of pocket to let anyone influence her or down talk her husband, downplay. And then when it got down to it, what did she do? She put all their dirty laundry out. She told her sister, "Yeah, your husband's a faggot."
That's like having a broke motherfucker tell you how to get rich. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Right. A broke motherfucker. Right. All you can tell me what to do, but you can learn from a broke person because they can tell you what not to do. Right. Exactly. But back to that. Definitely she sheds light on a lot of different things that, and another thing is this too. In our society, there are people, which I heard Dr. Schatz is, I can't never say her name, Dr. Ali. Dr. Ali, that's what I like to call her. I've heard her mention one thing that about our people. And the one thing about our people is that the women are never held accountable for their stuff. We got to deal with all your mental illness. We got to deal with all your, and I'm saying this from a man that has been around. Right. I got to deal with your mental illness.
You have to be psychiatrist.
Definitely, we got to be psychiatrists.
I got to deal. Versa? Like we don't.
There is no vice versa.
There is no. There is no.
So
what you mean? There's no vice versa.
The woman is the first teacher to the child.
Right. So you deal with our mental illness, but we got to deal with your brokenness.
Hold tight.
I ain't broke.
Hold tight.
No, but I'm saying like.
Let me say one thing. Your initial reaction is proof positive
to what I'm saying.
No, what I'm saying is...
Thank you, John. Click.
The thing is, it's men that have mental issues as well.
Respect mutual things of being a unit. Right. So if I'm having a problem, I can go to you. You got a problem, you go to me. Right. Why is that not a mutual thing? Why is that a bad thing? Why I gotta
because
it's the way you said it. Oh, we got to deal with this. We got to deal with that. We deal with a lot of stuff as well.
I'm not saying that y'all don't.
You guys are right now exercising the problem, and you don't even know it.
Right.
It's unconscious. Okay. It's an unconscious program.
See how
that you're
not
functioning
being held
on.
accountable.
And the activity.
How can you be accountable if you have a mental illness? How can you be?
It's a subliminal defense that you have that you don't even realize that you have. So when we speak in countenance of something that's our reality, you speak as if you've had an out-of-body experience, jumped in our body, and be like, oh, it's really not like that. You have to look at it from this perspective, and that draws attention to your perspective, which takes away from the accountability of your actions from our initial perspective.
Okay, but saying you got to deal with you got to deal with somebody's mental health. First of all, mental health is not just a gender-specific thing. And
no, we never said
that. No.
But the thing is that for you to say, oh, we have to deal with that, like it's like, okay, that's something somebody can't control.
Yo, there's certain points of it you can control.
Mental illness you cannot control.
I think.
What about dealing with men?
You don't think that feeling like
the delivery of the message is where everything is.
Here's the thing. The problem. Hold on. The problem wasn't the delivery. Hold on. Yeah. It wasn't the delivery. The problem that they had was they jumped on one aspect of the whole list, and you didn't even let them finish the list.
Nope.
To his point, you already jumped on. Well. So you didn't even let him get his whole point across, and now we haven't even moved on yet.
All right,
that was why he was saying what he said.
Go ahead, finish your statement.
I agree with what he said.
2 hours later.
I really do.
Yeah,
we done got divorced.
We divorced. We done.
You can't handle it.
We done.
I just had a question through the discussion about the acrimony.
Oh, here we go.
And the activity.
I said I already addressed it.
The activity of the question was, we see acrimony portrayed out from our perspective.
Okay. Yes.
Can you give me an example?
Ja is insulting women and blaming women for defending themselves. Wow.
Yeah, see? Watch. See? Now,
Bubblegum girl.
Can we find...
But she agreed with him earlier.
Hold on. Watch this. I'll address that in a second, but my question is
But that shows to show where she at.
My question is this. Can we find a white version of acrimony in the movie industry?
Right.
Yes, we can. We can find it in real life.
No. That's not my question.
Acrimony in the movie industry.
I haven't seen acrimony. Hold on, let me speak.
And I know that it occurs in real life more than most people know. Most white dudes don't work.
I haven't seen acrimony, so I've learned it through the activity of the discussion, which piques my interest because what undergirds all this, even the defensive posture, even the offensive expression, is that we see it in our culture as something that happens to us.
Us, right.
However, there's no white movies given of the same example daily or influenced upon us. So all of the chaos that you see in the movie is based on someone's perception and influence of black culture, which is the leading cause of why we lead the United States in divorce. So when we talk about union, we talk about unity, it's bigger than just your self.
Right.
See?
Right.
Because like I tell people all the time, there's no I in team. But there's me in team.
Yeah.
See, there's a me
There's
in
the
team.
I. There's the I and win.
Ain't no I in team.
There's a me in team. However, that's why we speak of a crew.
Right.
See, because I separate that and can put an activity of teamwork together. See, when you hear those two words, it's two different things.
Right.
So we got to start functioning like family.
Right.
And stop thinking like individuals.
Hence why within that movie, what I was saying is, no one really deals with what we go through. Like I just made that statement.
Right.
I just made
Black
men black men specifically. I only made that because we got a problem right now where the main man, he hit the lottery. The white lady been paying him alimony. Now she wasn't complaining about paying him spousal support. She wasn't on the news. I gotta pay when Mary J had to do it. Now, Mary, my chick, I'm mad it had to be her. He wasn't in the studio singing with Puff, but I get it. But I'm glad that it did happen. I'm mad that it happened to Mary. But this ain't nothing that been happening to all them football players. You go down.
Nobody
says
nobody
anything.
cares.
Nobody see how you can name ladies' names,
No,
but you can't.
that's all I know about.
But no, what I'm saying,
I get
what he's saying is this: the name for black men is insurmountable. You can't even calculate
How many?
because
Right,
it's by
like you
culture.
said, if you're not
It's by
exposed,
culture.
so you won't know. So I mean, I'm just naming what I know. So
No,
I'm not saying
but
it
there's a
didn't
reason.
happen.
But that's my point. There's
I
a
get-
reason
I
why
get
you
that,
know,
yeah.
and the reason why you know is because society influences that impression on us. So you can be defensive because you give an emotional attachment to her circumstance as a woman.
Well, no, I mean. just
Yeah.
like
But no emotional
equality-
attachment to
listen,
mine.
listen, equality-
But I have to be emotional towards you.
And we have to
If you-
absorb that.
What
listen,
exactly do you want us to
how
be
we
emotional
very simple, okay?
towards?
No, the
Her-
reason
she got no, they had children
That's
together.
very
I get
dismissive.
that.
Right.
I'm
really.
I'm
No,
asking
no,
a
no.
question.
Listen,
But I wanted
You
to
say
ask
you're
that
not a
earlier
broke
to you.
You say you're not all
when you
this,
first
but,
asked
like,
us that.
what exactly are?
Who said
Well,
that?
No, the problem is this. A man
definitely
has
did
a
say
whole
that.
lot on his back, right? And he comes in every day, and he has to eke out a little bit. If he has a woman that's his mate, his match, his helpmeet, his partner, he can let some of it go because she can absorb some of that respectively. However, the woman, when she lets go, it can be about a hairstyle. It can be about the laundry detergent. It could be about the meal that you had last week. It can be about an unthought of subject or an activity of emotion that she's absorbed from another accountant, from her aunt, her cousin, her mom, her friend, that they have told her about their bad experience for the day. Now she's absorbed some of that emotion, and she want to share some of that.
And we don't
when she shares some of that, we don't want to hear none of that because we had the world looking at our black skin, our masculine black skin, giving us a 24-hour, 365 threat. On every angle of the universe, we don't need to hear a lot, but we suck it up
And say nothing.
We don't say anything, but we give rebuttal where we can.
We sit there
act
and be like, "For
entertaining.
real?
We
You
act
gotta get outta here."
respectful.
Yeah, we
And
act
see,
like we
That's
see it.
crazy.
as a psychiatrist, get what a psychiatrist does when you go see him, and you
pay him.
babble.
As a
become
husband,
pay him.
you
Be
can
we
quiet.
become an emotional dumping ground a
Yes.
lot of times, and we don't have that same
Capacity.
the capacity, but we also don't
can't
get that
give it
same
back.
respect.
It's not
It's
reciprocal.
who you pick too.
Right.
It's not natural.
It's who you
does.
pick, too.
You guys did mention
Nah,
who you
listen.
pick,
Pick, too.
That
Wait.
does make it different.
Let's just-
That's why some pick many.
It ain't who you pick.
That's why
It
some
ain't who
pick
you pick.
many.
And I'm gonna be completely honest.
y'all the one that
Because as
proposed.
soon as I started, y'all got defensive and went bananas.
No.
I didn't even
And
get a
they
chance to
know
finish.
You still.
And I ain't
Look at that
dated
posture. Look at the view here.
I've been saying this with the
Y'all
whole freaking
taking
show.
notice
The
to a
whole
lot of
show.
different things. Y'all getting more hype and everything than
Y'all
What?
look at the show.
Well,
The whole
we
time.
finally-
I got a
finally
question
get it out.
because I ended every one of my relationships that I've had in my life, the few that I've had that have been long term.
Okay,
I've,
so-
every one has ended in a cordial, loving activity of friendship. So if I hit the Powerball, and those women of my past that still are around me and connected to me,
Right.
If they need something,
You got them.
I got them. They
Right.
should never have
So that
to.
brings us
That's
back
a
to
village.
the
You know what, though,
That's
John?
a village.
They
You know
shouldn't have
what?
to worry about anything.
You know what?
That's
However,
nice.
Mine's did
That's
not.
nice of
Mine's
you.
all of my relationships. Some of them did not, and maybe only one of them did. But
and you might not be considered for what I got now. I might not think of you.
guess what?
Right.
They got my children. I'm
Oh.
going to do it anyway.
Oh, yeah, like now. That's
I'm gonna do it
different, though.
anyway.
That's different though. You got
the
your
thing
children
is-
I'm gonna
are
hold my
totally-
children
But the
down.
thing is-
Yeah.
I think it depends on how things ended up.
Ended up.
If they
And
ended up
that's-
cordial,
that's
then
what I
that's
said.
great.
Right.
That's
I don't care.
ideal.
But the thing
But
about
that's not probable.
Right.
For
So
me,
do you think
for me, I would want to give them enough money that they don't have to ask me for nothing.
Nothing else ever
There's
again.
never going to be
Ever
enough.
again.
There's never going to be
Go-
enough.
go ahead,
Now
Ryan.
now
Turn
you're
it into
well.
enough.
Well,
Here,
my dad
take this and
always
turn it
told
into
me
a-
never
wasn't
give a
enough
woman
when you
nothing.
ended it with me on bad terms.
I'm gonna tell you a
Okay,
standard
so
that's
here's
enough.
the
If you get the Powerball, a standard is enough, and I tell people this all the time. You pay off all of your loved ones' debt.
Yes.
You make sure they're secured with a home,
Yep.
and you give them $50,000.
That's
Nah,
if,
that's
no,
too
that's
much,
if they're
John.
a loved one.
That's too much, John.
carefully. No, listen carefully.
The scenario
bro.
you talk
Listen
about
carefully.
we ain't loved ones
Hold
no
on,
more. The word you used was, is there some type of moral
Obligation.
Obligation.
I'm
No,
not obligated
there's not
anymore.
obligated.
I'm going to do it because out of the kindness of my heart, and I feel that there's some.
But that's the moral
tenure
inclination.
That
That's the
not-
kindness
that-
of your
that-
heart. That's
that-
the moral inclination.
That's the kindness thing, but
It
the
ain't-
word he used was obligation.
Obligation.
And
Yeah,
you're not
it's no obligated.
to
You're
do
not
that.
obligated.
When you've been blessed, you pass your blessings on. Is that not also?
You know, yeah, but you also don't cast your pearls amongst the swine. So if I get blessed, I'm not going to.
Oh, shucks, look at him.
Split
Split that scripture.
because they don't deserve it. I'm going to give it because out of the kindness of
That's
my
what
heart,
I'm
and
saying,
somebody I know
yeah.
that could like.
But you're still
be-
blessing somebody.
See, but that's
the
the whole
point.
thing. For me, I wouldn't give you nothing.
Nothing.
I'm going to give you something that is going to
That
keep
I can
generating for you. I
control.
will buy you some property. I
That
will.
I can
No.
I will
control.
buy. I will put you into a situation where you're going to earn. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not
That
gonna,
makes sense.
I'm
Nah.
not
It's an
going to give you.
investment at that point.
My thing is this.
But I'm stepping off. You got.
I wouldn't even do it as an investment. I had this conversation often.
It's a once in
What
a
I would do
thing.
is I'd give them enough money to change their life. And if I got 339 million, I give a 5. 5 is enough to change your life. If you place 5 right, you don't have to work again. $1 million ain't enough not to work.
I hear
but
you.
5 is 5. I took care of you.
Not when you ate mine. No, you get look.
I got 339
you know what would change
million.
the first
Ain't
thing?
gonna hurt me.
The first thing that
Right.
would change any person's life, the greatest gift you can give to anyone that's related to you, you're responsible for when you get that type of money, is to clear out all of their debt.
No,
I don't have
Doc,
nothing to
I
do-
wouldn't.
No.
Bro,
I-
listen.
First of
I'm gonna
all,
give them enough rope to hang
No,
themselves.
the
I
greatest-
want them to fail.
listen,
Clearing
If I
their
don't
debt.
like them, for real, I want them to fail. If I don't like them, like look at now, look at you now. You're talking about me. You didn't want to invest in my
It's
battery.
funny because it's funny because you said you would give the person $5 million if it's 339 that you come into, but they can have way less in debt and everything like that. If you pay all that off for them and give them 50,000,
It'll be a lot less.
it'll be a lot less than
But
that
you
5
ain't-
million.
He's like, that's my point.
No, but that's his point. He being a cheapskate. But I'm
Watch this. Watch
But
this.
you just said that was too much.
Hold on.
Wait, hold on.
If you're
I don't have that many exes
if you're
to
debt
begin
free,
with.
with $50,000 in a home, how well is your life right now?
If what?
Because
You're debt free.
taxes.
You're debt free. $50,000 in the clear and a home.
He just wasted his money.
How?
Most
Hold on.
houses-
I'ma show you how he
I'm
wasted his
asking
money.
you, how well is your life from the present state now to then?
Well, without debt, you're not really going to have a credit history.
And if you give somebody $5 million and you don't know how to manage money,
No, you do have a
pretty
credit
much
history.
wasting your money.
You
too.
just have no
no,
debt
there's,
now.
there's nobody reporting.
No.
There's
Listen,
nobody reporting.
Listen, that means your debts have been paid.
Right.
Listen
When
carefully.
you pay your debts, your credit score goes down.
No, listen carefully. No.
No. Yes.
Not in my world. Not in my world.
In what world don't it?
Not in my world.
When
You got a car, you got a car note, and
Right
you
now.
pay off your car.
Right now. Yup.
Right, and you
Yup.
pay off your
And
car,
the more I pay
your
it
credit
off,
is going to go down
no, the
because
more
that
I-
credit is no longer on your
That
report.
shit was not-
Once it's closed,
that's
once
not
the
the
account,
point.
it
Once
goes
the
up, it goes up.
Right,
But once
it
the
goes back
account
up.
goes,
Right.
It goes
it
down.
goes down.
Right. You
What the fuck
said
is y'all talking about?
Hold on.
paid.
You
Yeah.
said
As somebody
Oh.
that works with credit, it is true that you do get rid of an account, and it does drop your score.
You have to have a nice mix. It's
Right.
the 30, 35, 20 rule.
Rule, right.
yes, we know that. However, quote what I said. I pay off all of their debt.
Right, that's what you
Student loans, homes, cars, all of that for that person.
Mm-hmm.
You have $50,000 collateral. See, new credit. See, talk to me, walk with me. You have a home, asset, new credit. See, all of these things culminate into that person having a platform of independence and being in a better state than they've ever been. And guess
and they
what?
might
I
turn
can
around
walk
and
away
get
from
a new car and have a new note.
I can walk away
Yeah,
from
that's what they
that
gonna do.
person with a good
Clear
heart,
conscience.
a good
That-
mind, a clear conscience.
$5 million.
And I feel no good.
My
Hey,
$5
Hey,
million
no,
is
that's
gonna
five.
give me,
No,
because I gave you more than an alley-oop.
that nigga might smoke it up.
Good. Matter of fact, if you buy that
$5 million,
Damn,
$5
John.
million,
if you
five,
buy-
just think. A nigga ain't had that yesterday.
If you smoke $5 million, if you smoke,
Henry Ruggs just did it last week.
What?
50 million.
And what?
smoked it.
We?
Smoked
50
it in
million?
153 mile per hour. Ignorance, active ignorance. See?
He ain't smoke us $50 million.
Hey, bro. He
What
got
happened to
drunk.
that $5 million?
Drove a car at
Bobby, you know we smoked
153
that
miles
last
per
week.
hour. Got in a crash and killed a woman and a dog.
Yeah, he did that. His wife is done.
Hey, listen.
Because he killed the dog.
Now
Forget the woman.
you first round draft pick in the NFL.
You killed
See,
the dog.
life
That's
is
it.
over real quick because you got too much too quick. Like Adam Pac-Man Jones, I
So
remember.
now-
But wait,
Till
hold on. NFL, how
Hold
much
on,
money
hold
did
on,
he get?
hold on, hold on.
NFL
Everybody
money
pause for a
ain't
second.
ain't
Pause for a
guaranteed.
second.
Yes, sir.
What we got to do right now is have Lashia give the financial tip of the day in the last few minutes
I was about
of the
to
show.
say, because
we was
talk about money and
That's
we
everything.
going off
Yeah,
on a
that's
tangent.
what
Since
we
we're
at.
talking about money, we're going off on a tangent here. Lashia, the floor is yours.
Hey everyone, financial tip of the day. I'm going to show y'all the rule of 72. All right, well, tell y'all about it. The rule of 72 is simply this. Your interest rate that you get on your savings account, you divide it into 72, and it will tell you how long it would take for your money in the account to double in years. So let's say you have a 3% interest rate, which is really generous because I actually did some sleuthing. And I took the top 5 banks: Wells Fargo, TD Bank, Chase, PNC, and Citizens. Now, Wells Fargo has a 0.01% interest rate on your savings account. TD Bank 0.02, Chase 0.01, PNC 0.01, and Citizens 0.1. But up to 0.4 if you have like over $5,000 in your savings account. Now, let me tell you something. The national savings average is 0.32%. All right. And there's a lot of people saying, oh, we can give you up to 5 times the national average. I can't remember who said that, but that will only be 1.5. It will take a long time for the money that you have in your savings account to double. So if you have like $10,000 in your account and you have a 3% interest rate, which is very generous, you divide 3 into 72, that gives you 24 years. So your money will double to $20,000 in 24 years. Now, let's be honest. Can we wait 24 years for our money to double to $20,000? No. Exactly. Now, the banks, when you put your money in a savings account, they loan out your money and they invest your money, and they make 12% off of that money, which means the money is doubling every 6 years for them. So by the end of 48 years, they would have $2.5 million that they made off of your 10 grand. Is that fair? No. So the power of compounding interest, and also you want to make sure that you put your money in a better vehicle that works for you and not against you. That's why we talked about mutual funds last week. Well, a couple of weeks ago. And mutual funds are very good because it's like 6 to 9% interest rate. up to 12.25% if you want to be aggressive. So that is my tip, rule of 72. I'm sure some people have heard of it. Some may have not. But guess what? Now you know.
What's your question?
Where they can learn more of that from, Lashia?
You can learn more about all the financial leads on my Instagram, KS Legacy Building LLC. And I actually have an interesting question for you. Would you rather have $30,000 or a penny that doubles every day for 30 days? Think about it.
Yeah, make sure you hit us up on the chat and give us your answer.
And give us your answer. Yeah, thank you.
We'll respond
And with
back to
that
that.
said, I want to thank everybody for tuning in and leave y'all on a positive note with some financial information from everybody here at Union Society. Make sure y'all tune in next Monday with Hot Roz, Lashia, myself, Montana Black, Q Motion, Jada Rock, and your homeboy J Bay. Same bad channel, same bad station. We'll be right here.
Cue the music.
Cue the music.
I started up a corporation from a conversation. I started up new way of thinking for a generation. I started up straight from the bottom, going straight to the top. Went from the block, got in the building, brought it back to the block. Organizing all of my hustlers, no more running from cops. We just cleaning this trap money, can you like it or not? I started up.